Alrighty. Okay, there we go. We are going live to show off to everyone some new features and kind of give everybody just a really quick walkthrough of where we're at in Apex Conquest. I'm also going to be recording this so we can post it on YouTube, do maybe some quick edits if necessary. But we are live. Let me just throw another ping. Okay, there we go. All right, so pings out there, and I know it's short notice, so we may not get very many viewers. It's mostly just going to be whoever is available right now. Okay. So anyways, hey, Royal Wing. Howdy, howdy. I'm going to show off some good stuff from Apex Conquest right now. So here we are. We are going to start sharing the screen. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so here, let's adjust. There we go. Alrighty, so here is the dev branch of Apex Conquest. All the updates that you're going to see here are going to be pushed live very soon. So you'll be able to see everything. Royal Wings, let me just do this. I'm not only going to be showing some decks, I'm actually going to start from scratch, essentially. So you'll be able to kind of see that start from absolute nothing. And because I have a couple of things I want to demonstrate in the process. So there will be a couple of different things to show off. Okay, so first thing that you'll see here is a new login option. Okay, so we now have Wombat Wallet login. Ta-da! Arid Hall Wombat, very creative. But of course, that is what my wallet was going to be, right? So we have Wombat Wallet login integration already good to go. So that will be ready when we deploy this update, which should happen before the drop. So the drop is set to happen right at reset time. But the update should be out before that. So anybody who was lucky enough to get some tactics should have the ability to use them right away. So you'll get a little tiny bit of an advantage over those who are dropping them. Alrighty, so let's check some things out. Okay, so inventory here. This is already live. The ability to see your tactics cards is already on the live site, but I thought I would just highlight it a little bit here. You can click the info buttons to see what they do, things like that. Very cool. This is one of my favorites right here. The Pinpoint Marksman. It's simple and so effective. Every archer in your deck gains +1 AP. That's awesome. That archers are 4 AP, 5 carrying capacity. And so with this, it turns archers into a 5/5. Very efficient NFT. And they're one of the lower, not the lowest, obviously infantry is the lowest rarity, but the archer and the pikeman are tied for the next lowest. So this really, the reason why this is one of the rarer ones is because this really is powerful. With a full deck of archers, now you've got a base 50/50 attack power and carrying capacity, which is just really awesome. Really, really great value for a card that's not super rare. I really love that one. I also really love the Infantry Master. Each infantry in your deck gains +3 carrying capacity. So infantry are a 4 AP, 1 CC card. So they're cheap. They're very low value. They're very rarely used in decks. But with this, it turns them into a 4/4, which obviously is worse than an archer, especially if you have the Pinpoint Marksman. But they are also the most common NFT. So generally very easy to get a hold of. and you're going to pull them very frequently from your packs. So this card basically allows you to use an entire infantry deck and still have a pretty efficient deck. So this, I really like this one. There's a lot of really great cards in here, and you can get information on them. It's already live, but you'll be able to use them very soon. Alrighty, so now we go over here to deck management. So this is what we've got going on. You can see we've got some new updates for this. And if you don't have, if you've been playing for a while, you won't see this. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this preview, is you can see a lot of the things that we're building for new players. So we've got this this awesome little intro. Set your nickname and gain a free avatar commander to start. For optimized gameplay and tactics card usage, you will need an NFT commander too. So just in case anybody wasn't aware, the tactics cards will not be usable by avatar commanders. We've said that a few different times, but I just thought I would go ahead and make that extra clear. So only the first and second edition actual commanders will be able to use the tactics cards. Alrighty, so there's also a convenient little button that will link you out to buy a commander. You can also, of course, set your nickname and then claim your avatar. But first, we will actually, I'm doing this on my new wallet. I don't know. That's Twitch. Twitch put it under the sports category. I don't know. It has some automatic stuff that's strange. Let me see if I can change it. There we go. I can change it actually. I can change it on the fly. Look at that. Okay, thank you for the reminder there. My last stream was fantasy football for NFT draft, so that's probably why it defaulted to that. Okay, anyways, back to it. Thank you for the reminder. We will go ahead and click this buy commander. Let's see, does it link us to Nifty blocks? Doesn't look like it is at the moment. So that's something obviously still to work on. But I do already have Nifty blocks open over here. So piece of cake. I'm starting off with a new wallet. We have, you can see that I'm logged in with the same wallet here. And I sent myself some wax to go ahead and buy some stuff. So we're going to go here. We're going to search for Apex Conquest. Alrighty. And I'm going to actually buy a couple commanders. So we'll go price lowest, and I'll just kind of look and see what I like based on the value and their experience that they currently have. Nifty doesn't have the hover feature, which is a little bit of a bummer, but they allow me to multi-buy. So the cheapest first editions down here, this Charles Lancaster 88. Let's take a look. Obviously morale is going to be full. Experience is only 6. It's pretty low. That's not great. That's not great. Let's see if we can find a better one. The cheapest second edition. Let's check this out and see if it's got decent experience. Experience 13. That's not bad. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and buy this one. Right here. Confirm. I think I'm going to buy 2 commanders for this side wallet here. And take that off the screen. All right. Nice. Okay. So there we go. Earned some Nifty with the purchase with my Wombat wallet. I've barely used this wallet. I only have staked like barely anything to it. So this Guy is more expensive. He's lower mint, so maybe he's been used more. Let's see what his experience is. Ooh, experience 28. See, this is a great buy. I'm buying this before anybody else has an opportunity. Haha, it's mine. All right, so we'll sign this guy. And excellent. We have bought, we've got a Guy, and we've got a second edition Charles. Okay, so this is the mint number 5 of the second edition. That's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to go down and look at tactics. And we're going to see what we've got. Demolition Expert down near the bottom. I'm not surprised. That one's kind of a riskier card, and it's one of the commons. Pack Pike's another common, a solid one, but obviously not super duper impactful, so maybe not super duper popular. Infantry Master. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to pick up this Infantry Master because I like that one. So I'm picking up an Infantry Master. It's on the expensive side, but I feel like that one is going to be one that I can definitely use for one of my starter decks. Closer. Ooh, interesting. Careful Approach is really, really good. That's actually a great price. I feel like that one's probably going to get snapped up. I don't think I even have that much wax left. Bummer. So I might just go ahead and buy one of these Demolition Experts. If there was a backpacks, I would have gladly grabbed a backpacks, but I understand why they're not, because they're super easy to use. Backpacks is just a flat +5 carrying capacity. It's not, it's nothing that's going to change your world, but it's obviously useful for literally any deck can easily just benefit from +5 carrying capacity. The question was asked from Omerta. How do you get the tactics? How did they get these? So yes, you're right. The sale is coming later. It's in a few hours. It's about a little under 5 hours from now. But they are already available as a rare drop in game, using the second chance points. They only come from victory point drops. So the loss point drops, they have a higher chance of getting you commendations and troops, whereas the victory points have some other rare drops, including even a very rare drop of another second edition commander. I think it's about a 10% chance right now to get a tactics pack, which contains one of these. So there's about 100 total in circulation of these cards, and that's kind of why the prices on the price floor of these is pretty high. So anyway, this is what we got. I've grabbed 2 of them. So we will go back here. All right. So now we're back on Apex Conquest. We can go to my inventory. We can see here now I have a Demolition Expert and an Infantry Master card. That's great. I still don't have any troops. So from here, you can actually buy your troops. I don't know if anybody has noticed that. I wonder, yeah, you can do it here too from your deck screen. So you can click that button. You can also buy commendations. And this, the victory and loss points that I was referring to are available on your deck screen right here. It does also burn some infantry to redeem them. Just so that everybody is aware, it's only 2 infantry per 5 loss points, and 3 infantry per 5 win points, but there are some bigger prizes on the win side. But the worst possible outcome of the loss points is a basic troop pack, which will have it'll have 4 troops. And even if you get all infantry, at least you doubled what your infantry was. So it's always a gain. There's no way to lose value from that. Okay, so let's go ahead and set nickname. Third Hall Wombat is my new nickname. Select. Sign. Okay, so now we've selected our nickname, and now you can see my nickname here. You can actually change that at your leisure. But we will go ahead and claim our avatar commander. Boom. All right. So now, and you can see here, there's like a little offset now. I'm not sure what that's about. I'll have the team look into it. But I noticed it earlier too. Once you have I think it's the nickname. I think it's anchoring to the nickname maybe. And now that I've set it, it changed. Yeah, anchoring needs to be adjusted, but that's okay. So we'll refresh here. We might have to do a hard refresh. There we go. Okay, and you can see here now I have my avatar commander. I don't have an avatar for my this wallet. barely even used this Wombat wallet. I just kind of set it up for demonstration purposes. So that's why I have a basic emblem here. But I can, of course, change that if you don't have an avatar commander yet. If you don't have an avatar commander, they're free. You can grab one at any time. All you got to do is set your nickname and set it up. They do have some penalties if you don't have any other commanders. So that's what we are going to do here. We're going to create, oh wait, you know what? We're going to have a problem creating these first decks because we don't have any troops. So first thing we're going to do is buy some troops. I'm going to go ahead and opt for some of the advanced troop packs. And I have sent myself some M-Source. You can see here. We have also updated to show you your current balance of the token in question. So that is totally awesome. You can see I have no Aether. M-Source. All right, so this is the big pack, so it costs a lot more. I will go ahead and get 2 of them. That's going to cost me 7.7 million M-Source. That's a big one, but it's going to get me 40 troops. And I'm going to need 30 for my 3 decks. So this is probably the way to go. Okay. And there's a big chunk of M-Source into the pool. For everybody, we'll go to inventory packs, unopened packs. So we'll open these. Just sign that guy. And then we can open this one. Sign. Okay, so now you've got unopened over here, which is stage 1, and unclaimed here. You can claim them. It's just part of atomic packs. You've got to do it that way. Okay, there's that one. And we'll claim the other one. Hey, look at 20 wax actions. I already have staked my own CPU, so it's not a problem. Okay, so now we'll see I've got 40 troops. Let's see, I did get a 12 infantry. I grabbed that Infantry Master card, so you know I'm going to use those guys. Pikemen, 12 archers. See, that's awesome. That's an amazing pull, the fact that I got 12 archers. 3 grenadiers, 1 scout, 3 horse carts. All right, so let's go ahead back to our decks here. Create our first deck. We'll create our first edition guy here. He's got good experience, so let's see. So from here, you stake your troops, and then you'll stake your tactics after. I'll demonstrate that shortly. I'm just trying to decide whether or not I want to use the Infantry Master on him or not. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to use the Infantry Master here. So I'm going to go ahead and load his deck with infantry. Okay. Alrighty, couple more and we'll be there. So at the end of this, you will see that my attack and capacity are 40-10. So 40% base success chance, but only 10 carrying capacity factor is really low. It's not going to get me hardly any returns when I battle. So let's stake them. Okay, we'll sign deck created. All right, so now we've got this guy, his win probabilities up from his base because he does have 28 XP, so that's really nice. So now you can see if I click him, I have the ability to add the tactic card. But let's demonstrate something before we add it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the battle screen. I just put in a bunch of M-Source, right? So that's probably a decent choice. Let's click battle. So now it's estimating that I'm going to get about 181,000 M-Source, which is approximately 2 wax. Now that it rounds and things like that, so it's not great. 2 wax is obviously pretty wimpy. And that's due to the fact that my carrying capacity factor is only 10 base. That's pretty bad. But let's see what happens when I add the tactic. So deck here. We'll click, add tactic. We will add our Infantry Master. Alrighty. And so now you see he has Tactics Infantry Master. You You can see my troops if I click and things like that. Morale's full, troops full. I can remove the tactics card because his morale is full. But now if you go over here, okay, see, we don't have, it doesn't update the carrying capacity here. But let's see if it's working on this end. So let's test. Okay, so that currently the estimation is not currently working, but let's check it out. Let's make sure it's working, right? This is what we're doing. We're making sure that this is all working correctly. So hopefully we win, right? Because if we don't win, we're not going to get squat. But that's what we have multiple tactics cards for, right? So, all right, let's see how we got this going. Hopefully we win. Come on, win. This should auto update, but we might have to manually refresh. Oh, we'll hard refresh. Ah, we lost. Of course. Well, that, that figures. Okay, so if we go back over to our deck here. Okay, you can see now I no longer have the ability to remove the tactics card. Your morale has to be full. So you absolutely can. The question is asked after you remove, can I use with another deck with no cooldown? Essentially, yes, but also essentially no. Only if your morale is full can you remove the card. So if you equip it, you can equip it at any time. But you can't remove it unless your morale is full. So if you put it on your hero and then use it, your morale is going to subtract by 1. So unless you recharge it, you can't remove the tactic and use it again. And that is very much intentional to prevent abuse, right? So people can't buy one raiding party NFT tactic and then use it on 10 different commanders all in the same day. That won't be possible because you would have to recharge them all in order to remove it. And that all of a sudden, that'd be very inefficient. I definitely wouldn't recommend it. So that's just for everybody's information there. Okay. All right, so we can go ahead and add troops. I think I had 2 more infantry, so I'll just add them. But I can't use him again for a little while, so we'll go ahead and add these. Okay, so I will, of course, give a note to the team that we need to update the carrying capacity once the tactic is equipped. And obviously I couldn't tell whether or not it was working because we lost. It's just figures. But I'll have them double check that. And if it was working fine, then that's great. And if it wasn't, then we'll fix it, right? So that's why we do these last second tests and demonstrations and etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our other deck with our 2nd edition Charles, and we'll use our other tactics. Okay, so the other tactic we have is the Demolition Expert, which boosts up your Grenadiers. So we're definitely going to use as many Grenadiers as possible here. The downside to the Demolition Expert, and the reason why it's one of the low rarities, is it also guarantees at least 1 troop loss. So that's painful. That's something that we can definitely also test. So it is kind of risky for me to be putting all the rare cards on here. I don't necessarily know that I would recommend doing this, just throwing it out there. Since I have a Demolition Expert that I'm going to be adding to this deck, it does mean one of these guys is for sure going to die. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm doing it anyways. Yeah, exactly. I'm YOLOing this is exactly what I'm doing. It may or may not be the right strategy. I'm just doing it because I'm trying to demonstrate. And then we'll use our avatar commander too. So now you can see I've got a 42% win probability because we do have a little experience here. We can click on him and add a tactics card, Demolition Expert. We will add. Okay. And we can see that his win probability hasn't changed because we can look at there, 40 and 49. hasn't changed because it's not being reflected yet in the system. So we'll see how that goes. Let's go ahead and add troops to our avatar commander so we don't have to come back to this screen. Let's give him a whole bunch of archers, and we'll fill in with a pikeman. Okay, archer. See, this would be a great deck for a for that Pinpoint Marksman tactics card, but of course, this is my avatar, so he won't be able to use it anyways. Okay, here's my pikeman. All right, so we got a 41-46. Okay. All right, so you can see his win probability is decent. He's got carrying capacity 46. He does mirror my experience from my second commander here because your avatar always mirrors the experience of your highest staked commander. But that is only for their carrying capacity mod. Their attack power is instead increased by a flat 4% success per commander you have staked. So he should have 41 because that's what my AP was, but I have 2 actual commander stakes, so it goes up 8% to 49. Alrighty, so we go to battle here. We do have the random battle button, which has been available for a little while. You can see that it only pops up your first editions, and mine's already battled, so I can't use that. I do have a second edition and my avatar that I can use. So let's see here. All right, so you can see these decks are much better with carrying capacity. So their estimations are more like 10 wax. It's pretty solid. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with our second edition commander that has the Demolition Expert. Whether he wins or loses, he should lose at least 1 troop, no matter what. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully he wins. There we go. And we do have 2 losses. Now, I might have had 2 losses anyways. That's the thing about Demolition Master. Maybe it didn't change your outcome because it doesn't actually change the way the roll happens. It just changes the range. So it changes instead of between 0 and 2 for a loss, or between 0 and 4 for a win. It changes the range from 1 to 2 for a loss and 1 to 4 on a win. Now, you might have lost 2 or 4 anyways, but there's no way that you can know that. But you will always lose at least 1 when you use the Demolition Expert. So it's just kind of the price of the card. You can stake an entire deck of those Grenadiers and have a base 70% win chance before your experience is factored in. That's pretty high. That's the highest that it could be, other than a Maniac deck with all horse carts. That would be higher, and a Scout deck with all horse cart. I mean, a pure Scouts with Maniac would be equal. So it's really interesting, but of course it does come with that loss, that potential loss. So we did get some M source, about 10 wax worth. That's pretty cool. That's 4 troops that we can purchase, and we only lost 2, so we're ahead. And we lost 1 on our first battle that we lost, but that does still mean that we're ahead. We'll go ahead and battle M source again with our avatar. Hope for the best. Hey, we won, but we also lost dearly. So we won another 10 wax worth, but we did lose 4 troops. Ouch. So that basically just cost itself. It's kind of a wash. So net, however, we're up a troop's worth of M source. We gained some experience for one of our commanders, and obviously that wasn't the best luck that I could have had, but it's still solid. I still have some pikemen left over here. We can go to our decks, and we can add our pikemen back in. And we can go over here. We can add our pikemen. kind of weird messaging there. Something for us to look at. But anyways, there, now all of our decks are ready to go again. And you can obviously do this later. You will see that I got 1 victory point, 1 loss point, 1 win-loss. This guy lost, this guy won, so that's 1 point each. The avatar also won, but avatars don't earn you win and loss points, okay? There are definitely some drawbacks to the avatars. We don't want them to be so great that people are just entirely relying on avatars and not using actual NFT commanders. That kind of undermines the commanders that you guys have. So it is what it is there. Okay, let's refresh here. And yep, now we can see the troops is accurate again. And there we go. So we've got our tactic. I can't remove it unless I recharge. Same with this guy. And that's and there you go. That's what we got. Pretty interesting, right? A very kind of cool system, I feel like. And I think everybody's going to really like it. Going to work really well. And yeah, there's going to be a lot of fun with these avatars and with the tactics cards. And we'll get everything updated for everybody as far as visually displaying the carrying capacity that we should be getting from the tactics card. And then likewise with this one, with the Demolition Expert, we'll get it so that it shows the additional attack power from those guys. Because what it should show, okay, so we see we've got 42, but we have 1, 2, 3 grenadiers. So it should be a +3 higher than this. So that's something we'll get fixed for everybody, and then we will deploy shortly. Looks like everything's working other than some minor messaging things, and we're in really great shape. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you get some really awesome cards in your tactics packs when we do the drop here in a couple hours. Good luck, everybody. I'll see you at the next reset. Thanks, guys.